Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So it is finally spring. We even had a couple of warm days already, which is hard to believe because usually at the beginning of March, it is still very, very cold around here, but I'm super excited that winter is behind us and warm weather is coming. And so today I'm going to share with you my favorite spring fragrances. Of course, I did this type of video last year, but I really tried to come up with different list of fragrances this time around. And I think all of them, except for probably one, are different from what I had on the other list. And even the one fragrance that's a repeat, I just had to include because I am truly obsessed with this scent. I have been wearing it and I'm planning to wear it a ton during the spring. So I have to be honest with you and share real fragrances that I want to wear this spring and that I would recommend to you. Anyways, let's get going through the list. First one is from the house of Xerjoff and it is La Capitale. This is a beautiful, sweet, fruity fragrance with a really nice backbone that kind of strengthens it and makes it a little bit more powerful and I think a little bit more suitable for spring weather where, you kind of have a mix of cold and warm weather, at least in the climate where I am, that's how it is. So it's not just your sort of run-of-the-mill fruity scent that probably would be more suitable for summer. This one really has a backbone. So this is mainly about strawberry and caramel. I think there might be other fruits in here as well. And the note that's listed in here is leather. And I know that some people get leather, but for me, what I get instead of leather is actually a little bit of oud. To me, it definitely has the scent of wood. Like it's not very strong, but it's there. It's woody. It's maybe even a little bit smoky. There is definitely, I think, vanilla and benzoin in here, but really the sweet note that I get most of all is caramel. I love, love, love this scent. It is beautiful. It is intoxicating, and I think it will work beautifully during the spring. Next one is a scent that I talked about very recently, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I mentioned this one in my current obsessions video, and it is Bitter Peach from Tom Ford. I am crazy about this scent. I've already started wearing it, and I'm going to continue wearing it during the spring. The main players in here for me are, of course, peach. There's also blood orange and there's also patchouli. And it's this amazing combination of these three notes that just makes this scent magic for me. It's, the sweet, juicy and kind of meaty peach combined with really, really juicy and sweet blood orange. And then you have this beautiful earthiness from patchouli, and it's just a magic combination. Performance of this one, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible. It is definitely better than performance in Lost Cherry, but I would say it's probably not as good as it is in Tobacco Vanille. It is somewhere in the middle. For me, this lasts and projects pretty well for, I would say, probably around 4 to 5 hours, probably closer to 5 hours, which is not bad. Not outstanding, but definitely not bad. But again, this is one of those scents, just like Lost Cherry, where I don't care so much about the performance. I just absolutely love the scent. Next fragrance that I pulled is something that I have been neglecting a little bit lately. I kind of haven't used this scent in a while. And when I was thinking about this list, I thought, okay, this is going to be a great spring scent and I really need to pull it out and start using it more. And I'm talking about Adults from Kilian. This scent is about fig, or more specifically fig nectar. which makes the scent really sweet and really creamy. Like the fig is really creamy in here. There's also lemon in here. There are some green notes. There is cedar, sandalwood, orris, etc. And you know, for me, often when a fragrance has both fig and sandalwood, it can often go wrong for me. It's just the combination becomes almost too milky, too creamy, where it almost kind of makes me sick, to be honest. But in this one, the notes are balanced really, really nicely. I can't say that I get a lot of sandalwood. Like it's done really in moderation, and the fig nectar is beautiful, and you have a little bit of freshness from lemon, and perhaps bergamot is in here as well. And it's almost like it even has just a small touch of spiciness somewhere, but like very, very light. Again, this is a really nice scent, and I am really trying to use it more and really hoping that it becomes part of my rotation this spring. Next one that I pulled is a beautiful, gentle vanilla, and it is Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK. This is the type of vanilla that I think will work beautifully during the spring and during early spring when it's still kind of cold, and during late spring when it gets warm, because this vanilla is not overpowering at all. It is kind of, I don't want to call it light, but maybe I will call it fizzy. To me, it's a fizzy type of vanilla. So what else is in here? There is amber, musk, woody notes, juniper berries, nutmeg, coriander. Well, perhaps, you know, as with most MFK creations, it's just a beautiful blend of notes where very often for me, it is difficult to separate any of the individual notes. This fragrance is no exception. It is fizzy, beautiful vanilla that's not overly sweet, that definitely has a bit of spiciness in it. I've mentioned before that to me, it almost smells a little bit like, you know, slightly burnt sugar, slightly burnt caramel. That's kind of the vibe that it has for me, but it's very elegant, very sophisticated type of vanilla, and definitely looking forward to wearing it more. Next, I'm going to show you the fragrance that's a repeat from last year's list, but like I said, I have to be honest with you, and I'm still completely obsessed with this fragrance, and it is 100 Silent Ways from Nishane. I just cannot get enough of this scent. To me, it is so intoxicating, it is so addictive, and it is so stunning. I love the combination of florals with sweet vanilla, because to me, this fragrance is about these two sides. You know, there's definitely very sweet, even a little bit thick type of vanilla, very gourmand type of vanilla. And then on the other side, you have these florals, which are white florals. You know, there is jasmine and gardenia and tuberose. And I'm sure there are a lot of other notes in here, but to me, they're really irrelevant. It's these beautiful, again, creamy, smooth, kind of almost buttery white florals together with this amazingly sweet and thick gourmand vanilla that just creates a stunning combination. This scent, like I said, is absolutely intoxicating, absolutely addictive. I have to stop myself from wearing it, and I wear it any time of the year because I absolutely love it. And I honestly can tell you that every single time that I wear it, I enjoy it so much. Next, I have a boozy fragrance that I think will be great for kind of, you know, not very cold weather when it gets a little bit warmer, and that is Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Yes, I know this fragrance received mixed reviews. In fact, not many people liked it, and I will admit that I don't like it quite as much as Angel Share, but I still like it. I still love it, and I still enjoy wearing it. Of course, this one is a lot fruitier, a lot lighter, a lot airier if we're comparing it to Angel Share. There is pineapple in here, there is actual apple in here. There is cedar. What else is in here? Cardamom, bergamot, rum, of course. And it is, you know, it is boozy, it is fruity, it is woody. When I first spray it on, I really get a lot of booze in it. I get a lot of boozy notes and I get a lot of woody notes. And when it starts drying down, that's when the fruitiness is coming out more. So even though there's a pineapple in here, really it's the apple. It's the apple that I get, and it mixed together with cedar, and it mixed together with boozy notes, and it's beautiful. To me, this fragrance is beautiful. Light, airy, again, perfect for when the weather gets a little bit warmer. Next on the list is another vanilla, and I actually should have included this one in my current obsessions because I have been using it a ton and I totally forgot. So I'm definitely including it here because I have been wearing it a lot in the last few months, and I think it will be even more beautiful. It will open up even more beautiful once the weather warms up. I'm talking about Vanita Tahiti from Peris, Monte Carlo. This is such a unique spin on vanilla, in my opinion. This is a floral vanilla. This is a tropical vanilla to me. So the notes in here are obviously vanilla. Then there is champaca, ylang ylang, sandalwood, amber, musk. And to me, it's champaca and ylang ylang that really create the tropical vibe, floral tropical vibe combined with vanilla. And when vanilla is not overly sweet, it even has slight smokiness to it. This is a stunning, underrated scent. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. Don't hear a lot of people talking about this house in general. So far, I have 2 fragrances from it, and I absolutely love both of them. So Vanita Tahiti from Peris, Monte Carlo is one of the fragrances that I'm planning to wear this spring. Next, I have an oldie but a goodie, a fragrance that I've had in my collection for very, very long time. This was one of the first fragrances that I purchased when I started this fragrance obsession or fragrance collection. And again, it's a fragrance that I kind of neglected in recent times, but I decided to pull it out again, and I need to start wearing it again because even though it was one of the first fragrances that I purchased, I still love this scent. I still love this scent. And it is Olympea from Paco Rabanne. I really do enjoy this scent. And, you know, I've tried, not all, but I've tried some of the flankers and they're all nice. Honestly, they're all nice. But original is still my favorite. And, you know, there are a lot of notes in here. I never even look at the notes for this one because to me, this is all about salt and vanilla. This is to me a salty vanilla. Beautiful, uncomplicated, easygoing, just a really, really pleasant, mass appealing. I think it's a mass appealing scent to wear. Like I said, easy, beautiful. It just works. It just works for me. And, you know, I know many wear this scent now. It is quite, I think it is quite popular. This or one of the flankers, doesn't matter. But, you know, I don't care personally how many people wear it. I wear what I like, and I really enjoyed this scent. And again, really pulling it out this spring and giving it some love. Okay, there are 2 more on my list. The next one is a stunner from Jul Et Mad, and that is Stairway to Heaven. Last year, I did a video on masterpiece fragrances. Fragrances that are masterpieces in my mind, and this was one of the fragrances that I included in that video. And, you know, I completely stand by that decision. To me, this is masterpiece quality. It's not for everyone. Not everyone is going to enjoy it. But for me, it's definitely in that category. It is so, I guess, simple in one way, but so different, so complex, and so unusual in another way. For me, it really puts me in the mood. It really evokes some kind of emotions and feelings. So for me, this fragrance really goes a little bit beyond just a beautiful scent. This is, of course, created by the amazingly talented Cecile Zarokian. You know, I absolutely love her work, and obviously this one is no exception. So some of the main notes in here are aldehydes, there are red berries, there is vanilla, there is gunpowder, there is incense, patchouli, and a lot of other notes. And you know, it really does have a bit of powderiness from aldehydes, but you know, the aldehydes in here are absolutely stunning because I typically do not like aldehydes, and they are stunning in here. I'm definitely getting some sweetness from red berries, and overall it just feels like I'm standing on top of some kind of mountain, and there is this kind of a cold, fresh air coming towards me, and I'm really getting this breath of fresh air. That's how this fragrance feels to me. There's something so serene about it. That's how I would describe it. It's a serene type of scent, at least to me. You know, I don't know if gunpowder honestly plays a role in here. I know that some people really get this note. I can't say that I'm really getting gunpowder, but perhaps it's contributing in some way to how this fragrance feels to me. Anyways, I feel like, honestly, the best time of year for this fragrance is definitely spring. It's like when it starts getting a little bit warm, but you still get that cool air around you. So yeah, this fragrance is a stunner. It is a masterpiece in my mind, and I think it will be an amazing addition to my spring wardrobe. And the last fragrance on this list is going to be Burning Rose from Carolina Herrera from the Confidentials line. What a stunning rose scent. You know, the notes, I looked on Fragrantica and it says rose, cinnamon, ginger, patchouli. I'm really not sure if that's accurate because, well, you know, notes on Fragrantica are often incorrect. And specifically for this line, I find that most of the time, the notes that are listed there are not the exact notes that this fragrance has. So I don't know if these are the correct notes or not. I mean, part of them definitely seem right, although it feels to me like there's more than these 4 notes in here. So of course it has rose, really beautiful, not sort of too dark, not too light rose. It's a very fizzy and sparkly type of rose. Maybe it's the ginger that adds that to this fragrance. There's a gorgeous patchouli. It's a little bit earthy, just a touch. It's not dirty at all. You know, I find that in majority of fragrances from this Confidentials line, they have absolutely stunning patchouli. You know, in some cases it's a little bit earthy, in some cases it's more chocolate, but the way they do this note just works. For me, it works. It's absolutely stunning. And that's how it is here. For me, when the fragrance starts drying down, I almost get a slight touch of real expensive smooth leather. Really, really light touch, but I am getting a little bit of that. Overall, fizzy, sparkly, slightly earthy, slightly leathery type of rose. Gorgeous. And again, I think this will be perfect for the spring. So there you go. This is my list of fragrances that I recommend to wear during springtime and fragrances that I plan to wear during that time. I would love to know, what are your spring favorites? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.